Hey Planner friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today we have got something different. Well, different for me anyway. I have started to do I'm going to call it a reading planner because it's not really a reading journal, even though I do some journaling in it, but I think it's more a reading planner. No, I don't think it's really a journal because I don't actually write journaly stuff in there. So I'm going to call it a reading planner. I like that anyway. All right, so what I actually got is, shock and horror, it is not a happy planner item. It's mossery. I think that's how you call it, a mossery. I got this from a online shop here in Australia called The Washer Gang. Their link is down below. I get a lot of my stuff from there. And this is just a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous planner. I've set it up to be my reading planner. It can be used as a normal planner because it is a normal undated vertical layout planner. Okay, it's in this is the, I want to say A5, but I don't think it is. I think it's a B something. Anyway, I shall link it down below. It is actually reusable, so you can actually, or refillable, you can actually take this out and refill it. So you can actually take, I'll do that now for you before we get into it. Take that out, and that is the, and that is the guts of the planner right there. So I found that really helpful. If I wanted to flip it over like that, I could just take it out. And so when I fill this up, I won't have to get a new cover. I just have to get a new innards. And the reason I picked this cover was because this was going to be my book planner and had a bookcase on it. And I thought that was just perfect, absolutely perfect. When I saw that, I thought that's, yeah, that has to be mine. So anyway, I'm going to pop this back in here, and it really is easy to get in and out, as you can see. So like that. Okay, so let's start off with going through, and I will show you what I have done. I have taken some pages out of here. Being a spiral bound, I could just rip them out, or rippy. There were some pages in the front with some stuff that I just didn't want, so I just took them out. There was a lot of notes pages or blank pages in the front of this, which I absolutely adore, as you can see here, dot grid pages, and I've been slowly filling them up with things that I want to record throughout my reading journey for the rest of this year. I put 22-23 because I really think that this one will go the distance and will last me through till the end of the year. So what I am hoping to do is not so much a plan with me, but more of a flip through every week, just to show you where I'm up to, what I'm reading, and to keep myself a little bit accountable for getting things read that I want to, my goals as such. So we'll start off. I just did that myself, printed it out on sticker paper and stuck that on. It has habit trackers in the front. I made a boo-boo and wrote and did the daily reading tracker here, and then actually started the daily reading tracker on the next page. But those things happen. So this is it is just a plain old habit tracker. So all I have done is put down the months. So I've done up to December. And then you've actually got places for 1, 2, 3, 4 different habits that you may want to track in that month. Now, because I'm only using this as my reading planner, or my reading planner, I am only going to have 2, and they are going to be read daily and then read for 1 or more hours, okay, each day, right? And then the goal is to get to 31. Okay, I've only started it there, but I know that I did read those days, but that's okay. So, and then I'm just going to do a little dot on each day, and then do the titles, and then a reflection down here if it's really low, why it might have been low, all of that kind of stuff. Why I wasn't reading. There might be some things that happen that life just gets in the way, and then you can't read, but I try and read every day. Okay, and then the next page that I did is my to be read list. Now I used a combination of washi and stickers and things like that. So what I've done is I've written down all the books that I want to read, and there will be more. I've just put on the side whether they are Kindle. So those three I'm actually going to buy from Kindle, and then a KU on there means Kindle Unlimited, because I've got an unlimited Kindle Unlimited subscription on my Kindle. And HC means a hard copy. So I've got a few hard copy books that I want to read as well. So as we get going, I will keep writing down here and keep amassing ones to read, and hopefully I will get to some of these. I've actually got to one that I wanted to do, so I'm on that series at the moment. So that's a good start. Yeah, so I've left a couple of blank. Oh no, I didn't leave any blank pages. I thought I did. Oh, well, hopefully I won't have too many more to read, because I thought I'd left a couple of blank pages in between, but I mustn't. All right, anyway. We go on to books read. Now, what I've done here is I've taken, this is actually from the Passion Planner. It is a free download that you can do. I suck at drawing. I will say that now. Absolutely terrible. I can't draw to save my life. Doodling, I've tried to doodle. It's just, yeah, shameful is all I can say. It ain't good. So the more I can use stickers or get things off their net, then that's what I'm going to do. So I got this one off. I just coloured in with the pencils, and I'm just going to write the books that I have read and then colour them as I read them. So pretty straightforward. I think a lot of people have these in their reading journals / planners. Okay, and I did leave a couple of pages for those. So I don't know what I was thinking with my book truck, or maybe I was thinking I don't really need to add any more than those, which is quite true. So I'm never going to get through them in a fully fit. But anyway, then I did a book series tracker. Now, I have read the Zodiac Academy, and I'm waiting with bated breath until December, until the last book comes out. For all of you who have read that series, you know what I mean. So I thought, well, what I'm going to do is I am going to write down the series that I want to read here, and then tick off as I read them, because I read the Family Spells as well, and there's still another 2 books to come out. So that way, if I'm not reading a series that has been finished in its entirety, I know which book I am up to. Okay, there's more there, and I've left a couple pages for that as well. And then we go to, I left heaps of pages for that. And then we go to books to reread. Now, there is a few books that I want to read, and they're mainly by Anna Hackett. Anna Hackett is a fantastic Australian author. A lot of her books are on Kindle Unlimited. If I can, I will put a link down below. I think she's absolutely fantastic author. And I want to revisit some of her series that I have read years ago. So Galactic Gladiators is one of them, and then followed on by the House of Roan. They're in the same type of it's a space thing, so they're in the same genre. And then the Hell Squad, I want to read that as well. And this Hell Squad's actually based in Australia, which is actually fantastic, because you don't get a lot of books that are based in Australia. So this one's really great to read about places that you may know of, but in the book they're actually being taken over by aliens and stuff. So yeah, so if you're looking for a couple of series to read or an author to read, I would highly recommend those. So I pop them down, and when I reread, I'll either tick them off or whatever on the side there. And I left a couple more pages for those, because there are a few books that I really want to reread. And then we come to the monthly. Okay, now in this one, seeing as it's an undated planner, you actually have the monthlies running on by each other, and that's fine by me, because yeah, I'm using it just to record my reading, so nothing really that I need the monthly to go before the weeks. So it was easy. What I've done here is just done a little bit of decoration, and I am putting when I've started the book and when I finish the book, and then I'm just writing in how many stars I've given it. So I read I started reading A Rune of Roses by K.F. Breen, and then I finished that one, and then I went on to the next one, which was a Throne of Ruin, and then I did A Kingdom of Ruin, and then the last book, which was Queen of Ruin. And I read those books in like 2 weeks. They were fabulous. As you can see, I've given 5 stars and 4 stars. The first book and the last book were by far the best. Yeah, it's a lovely series. I'm not going to actually give book reviews as such. If you did want me to go into a bit more detail on the books that I have read over the week or that I'm reading, put a comment down below and let me know. I'll see what I can do. I'm not a real big on doing reviews. I hated essays as a kid when we were at school and we had to read a book and then write shit about it. That's just not me. I don't do that. But I love to read, and I just wanted to record what I was reading and share that with you. If you had an idea that you wanted to start something like this, or give you ideas on what to do, I will recommend books though. And I would tell you now that A Rune of Roses is it's called Deliciously Dark Fairy Tales, and it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and I'll just leave it at that. But fantastic series of books, so I'll leave it at that. And then I started on Hate, and I'm on Liar now, which is the next book by Tate James, and that is a Madison. Sorry, it's a Madison Kate series, and I look back at my book series. This is what I do it for. There's 4 books in that. Okay, as you can see, the Deliciously Dark Fairy Tales, I finished those ones. So yeah, there's 4 in the Madison Kate. It is a RH, if you're not familiar with that type of genre. It is called a reverse harem because there is 1 girl and multiple men. In this case, there's 3. It has to be more than 2 because if it's 1 girl and 2 guys, it's a threesome. So there you go. Anyway, so it's a reverse harem, and it is like a suspense type book. All of these books I read are romance books. Some are fantasy, some are set in, space, aliens, all types of things like that. I like all different genres like that. So, but yes, I'm really, really enjoying that book at the moment, and I am on the book 2, which is Liar, and a few more things are coming out that I didn't know happened was wondering what happened in the first book, and they're being talked about in the second book, which was great. So yeah, I'm enjoying that series. So that's very much at the moment. But what I was doing was, when we get to the actual weekly planner, is I am actually recording. So this is a vertical planner, and it's hourly. So what I'm actually doing is recording when I read, how many hours or minutes I read, or how long I read, sorry, and how many pages I read. So I get an idea of when I'm reading, and when I read more, when I read less, just things like that. I just thought it was a great idea. I'd seen it done, I think on Instagram by a couple of people, and I thought, oh, that's something that I could really do instead of doing the usual book journal or book, thing like that. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is do a quote of the week down here, and this is for last week, and I said the week before, God, 15th, yeah. Books are a uniquely portable magic, and that was by Stephen King. So times in that are there, and then I'm going to record actually how many hours each day I have done. Like on Saturday, I read for 4 hours and 10 minutes because that was a Saturday, and yeah, so I did 2 hours, and then some more in the afternoon, and then some more at night. And then I'm going to put what I'm currently reading, then what I finished reading, and how long that took me, and how many pages it was. So Ruin of Roses took me 5 hours and 39 minutes, and it was 377 pages, I think. Or is that 500? I can't even read my own writing. I think it's 577. Anyway. And then what I would do over here, because I'll show you a blank page. So it just has like a checklist there, and then just like a notes, and it's the same on both pages. So on this page, I thought I would print out the covers of the books that I was reading for that week. So you will see that I've started on a Kingdom of Ruin on the 21st, which was the Sunday. So I've brought the Kingdom of Ruin over to this page because I was still reading it. Okay, and then I've actually started to colour the, I did it there, yeah. Colour the different books as well using a, I'm going like this, it's a Tombow, Tombow brush pen. You knew what I meant, didn't you? Yeah. Okay, and then quote of the week for last week was reading one book is like eating one potato chip. Diane Duane said that, and that is correct. As you can see, I didn't actually read in the mornings there. I just read in the afternoons. Yeah, finished the Kingdom of Ruin here. Started the Queen of Ruin, and then finished that on the Sunday and started Hate. So that's why you've got the Kingdom of Ruin, the Queen of Ruin, and Hate there. And the same deal is is what I'm currently reading and what I finished reading. So I read 2 and a bit books because I finished that book on the Sunday. So yeah, it really good books. Yeah, loved reading them. So yeah, then on to this week, and you'll see that this week is not so filled out because I'm actually filming this on the Tuesday. I wrote in this mornings where I started Liar. So I was currently reading Hate, and then I finished it. It took me 5 hours, 45 minutes, and was 405 pages. So I finished it Monday morning, and then I started on Liar yesterday afternoon and last night, and then a bit more of Liar this morning. So that's why there's 2 there. I may have to cover up some of this if I get through Liar and have to put another one in there, or maybe I'll just make it a bit smaller. This time I decided I used a Happy Planner, a mini book from the Happy Planner. These were stickers that I'd gotten off, both of those were stickers that I'd gotten off the Washi Gang, details below. But this one was actually a mini book from the Happy Planner that I got, one of the colour story ones. And I found a quote in that said, "You'll never find a rainbow if you're looking down." And that was from Charlie Chaplin, and I thought that was perfect. So I picked like a jungle theme for this one, hence the washi and such. And I put boxes on these days because I thought, I'll try the little boxes and see how they go. They left me enough room to write on the other days. Yeah, so I just did that. And that is what I am going to be up to in my reading planner. Not to be confused with a reading journal. But yeah, so what I thought I would do, like I said at the beginning of the video, was to actually come on and show you at the end of a week. Like I might revisit this one next week and show you actually how I finished it, what books I read for that week, and all things like that, and just do it on a weekly basis. If that gets too much for me, I might just cut it down and do it monthly, but I think I'd rather do it weekly and have a nice, short, sweet video. And that way, if I get the courage to, I might start talking a little bit more about the actual books and what's in them, and what, a bit of the plot and things like that. I think I'll have to psych myself up and write a few notes on them. So yeah. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this, not plan with me. Sorry, had to do that. So if you've enjoyed this video, can you please give it a thumbs up? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with me.